A judge rejected Anthropic's record-breaking $1.5 billion settlement for the AI copyright lawsuit. Vodafone is testing an AI actor to sell its products. And Blue Sky finally has a private bookmarking feature. It's Tuesday, September 9th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. Judge William Alsup has rejected the record-breaking $1.5 billion settlement that Anthropic agreed to for a piracy lawsuit filed by writers. According to Bloomberg Law, the federal judge is concerned that the class lawyers struck a deal that will be forced down the throat of authors. Alsup reportedly felt misled by the deal and said it was nowhere close to complete. In his order, he said he was disappointed that counsel have left important questions to be answered in the future, including the list of works involved in the case, the list of authors, the process of notifying members of the class, and the claim form class members can use to get their part of the settlement. Now, if you will recall, the plaintiffs sued Anthropic over the company's use of pirated copies of their work to train its large language models. Around 500,000 authors are involved in the lawsuit, and they're expected to receive $3,000 per work. One of the lawyers representing the authors said, "This landmark settlement far surpasses any other known copyright recovery." However, Alsup had an uneasy feeling about hangers-on with all that money on the table. He explained that class members get the shaft in a lot of class actions once the monetary settlement has been established and lawyers stopped caring. Alsup told the lawyers that they must give the class members very good notice about the settlement and design a claim form that gives them the choice to opt in or out. They also have to ensure that Anthropic cannot be sued for the same issue in the future. The judge gave the lawyers until September 15th to submit a final list of works involved in the lawsuit. He also wrote in his order that the works list, class members list, and the claim form all have to be examined and approved by the court by October 10th before he grants the settlement his preliminary approval. Vodafone made a commercial starring an AI avatar posing as a real woman. This is interesting because Vodafone is a major global brand and not a fly-by-night TikTok company using a ridiculous deepfake of Jackson Galaxy to sell cat toys. The tells in the commercial are obvious and what one might expect. The AI avatar's hair is a bit off, which ruins the charade that this is a real person. The physical mannerisms and speaking tone are also a little bit wonky. A facial mole moves around at one point. It's AI. Well, you know the drill. The company responded to a question on a message board as to why it could not put a real person in front of the camera by saying this is simply an experiment. It said it was testing different styles of advertising, this time with AI, and that AI is so much a part of everyday life these days that we also try it out in advertising. Now, this isn't the first Vodafone ad to feature generative AI. It released a fully AI-generated commercial last year that spurred a bit of controversy despite looking absolutely awful. Social media platforms are also becoming increasingly littered with AI-generated virtual influencers. Blue Sky has added a built-in bookmarking feature, so users finally have a way to privately save posts on the platform. The update is out now on Blue Sky's website and app. Bookmarks on Blue Sky work pretty much like they do on any other service. Save a post and you can revisit it later from the Saved Posts section of the app and website. It's overall a basic feature. There's currently no way to organize your saves into folders, for example, but it's a very long overdue addition to the platform. Up till now, Blue Sky users have technically been able to save posts via a workaround. Blue Sky developer Jazz created a custom pinned feed that allowed subscribers to save posts by replying with a pin emoji. But while that provided a handy way to save posts in the absence of an official bookmarking feature, it wasn't private, since it created a public reply for every save. Now, though, there's a handy tool to convert your previously pinned posts into private bookmarks. You can also opt to delete your public pins or leave them as is. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Mariella Moon, Lawrence Bonk, and Carissa Bell. Be sure to check out Engadget's coverage of Apple's so-called all-dropping event today. The event starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, and Engadget will be live blogging and providing full coverage of all the new releases and updates from Cupertino. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more tech news from Engadget.